Letter 29. The ending is the beginning. Most people fail, not because they make mistakes, but because they are not fully committed. August 31st, 1908. Dear John, Mr. Andrew Carnegie accepted an interview with reporters again. I have never figured out why he always likes to appear in the newspapers. I guess he must be suffering from armenophobia, lest people ignore his existence. But I still appreciate this guy who often competes with me, because he is diligent and ambitious, like a tireless Iron Man, always regarding moving forward as his first, second, and third most important thing. Maybe because of this, when asked about the secret of his success, he would tell reporters that the end is just the beginning. It is unbelievable. How can this blacksmith say such brilliant words? I believe that this short sentence, which consists of only 3 words, will soon be broadcasted far away, and Mr. Carnegie will hold the title of a business philosopher. In fact, he deserves to be praised by people like this. Doesn't the fact that he is able to condense his successful life into a short sentence show the great wisdom of this business mogul? However, Mr. Carnegie only gave a successful formula for success, but did not give the calculation process. It seems that this guy just cannot change his selfish nature, and he is always afraid that others will see the secret behind his success. I want to try to solve the formula of the blacksmith, but do not tell it to others. Otherwise, for leaking out his secret, he will not only send me whiskey during Christmas, but he will also definitely send cigars. He knows that I do not drink alcohol, and he knows that I am an anti-smoker. This funny, the end is just the beginning. In my opinion, this blacksmith is trying to show that success is a process of continuous reproduction, just like a prolific cow. When it gives birth to a calf, it immediately becomes pregnant with another, back and forth endlessly. The end is the last stop of a journey and the beginning of a new dream. Every great successful person builds himself up with small successes. They celebrate the realization of their dreams with the ending and at the same time mark the beginning of their new dreams. This is the quality of every person who has accomplished great achievements. But how do we start a new dream? Mr. Carnegie had forgotten to talk about it, and this is precisely the key in determining whether we can expect a smooth journey to the last stop, and it is also the key to starting the next new dream. In fact, the answer is very simple. That is, from the beginning, you have to do everything possible in order to get an advantage. My experience tells me that there are 3 strategies that give me an advantage. The first strategy: make up your mind from the beginning and pay attention to the competition and the resources of competitors. This means that I have to pay attention to what my competitors and I have, and it also means that I have to understand the fundamentals of reducing opportunities. When starting a new business, you should not take preliminary actions until you understand the overall situation. The first step to success is to understand where and how many resources are needed to achieve your goal. From the very beginning, I tried to predict what opportunities would appear, and when it appeared, I would pounce on it like a lion. And I also know that it is better to be a good enemy. Many people always like to pursue the best things that comes up and give up the good thing. This is not a smart strategy, because good always beats bad. The reality is that ideal opportunities rarely come to the door, but there are often many unsatisfactory ones. However, although good opportunities have shortcomings, they are definitely far better than no opportunities at all. The second strategy: research and review the opponent's situation, and then make good use of this knowledge to form your advantages. Understanding the strengths, weaknesses, style of doing things, and personality traits of my opponents always gives me an advantage in the competition. Of course, I also need to know who I am. I used this strategy to make Mr. Carnegie the inventor of "The end is just the beginning. Concede defeat." Mr. Carnegie is a well-deserved steel magnate, and challenging him is like challenging death. But his weakness can help his opponent a lot. He is stubborn. Maybe his wallet is too big. He always likes to look down and underestimate others. He did not pay any attention to me, stupidly thinking that the oil industry was where I belonged. and he stubbornly believed that only stupid people would go to the mining line because he thought ore was inexhaustible and its price was too low. Therefore, when I invested in the mining industry, he always ridiculed me, saying that I knew nothing about the steel industry and was the most failed investor in the United States. In fact, Carnegie is a man who only sees the mountainside but not the top of the mountain. He does not know that price is not sacred. The important thing is value. If he can't control the mining industry, his proud steel mills can only be moved to become a pile of scrap iron. When others do not regard you as an opponent, it is when you earn the most capital for future competition. Therefore, from the beginning, I was confident that I will invest boldly and fully. Impulse is better than prudence. Soon, the proud blacksmith discovered that the man who was known as the worst investor in the world now has control over the ironing mining industry and became the largest iron ore producer in the United States, gaining a dominant position and wanting to fight with him. He could not be at ease and begged to make peace. In a competition, the person who first discovers the opponent's weakness and strikes hard is often the winner. The third strategy: you must have the right mindset. From the beginning, you must make up your mind to pursue victory, which means that you must act positively and ruthlessly under moral constraints, because this attitude comes directly from cruel and ruthless goals. Since you are determined to pursue victory, you must go all out. Only by going all out can there be glorious achievements. This is especially true when the competition begins. To put it nicely, this is an effort to gain an early advantage, hoping to establish an exclusive position. But to put it bluntly, putting an effort is equal to depriving others of a chance. At the same time, we have to be positive and brave, and have the courage to swallow whales. I believe that talented competitors are always born by the warriors. This is a time-honored law. At the beginning of every new dream, the most important thing is the determination to pursue victory. Not having the right attitude of wanting to pursue victory makes factors such as paying attention to the situation of the competition and understanding the opponent redundant. Gaining knowledge, maintaining control, and evaluating competition are what builds your confidence and will assist you in achieving the highest goal of victory. Look at those who fail, and you will find that most people fail not because they make mistakes, but because they are not fully committed, and the same goes for companies. John, do not forget Mr. Carnegie's famous saying, "The end is just the beginning," and of course, my 3 strategies. Oh, I am not rescuing a planner who does not need to be rescued. Love your father.